Hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Okay. I hope you are learning for yourself. Okay. And last class we have started fund flow statement, and after that yesterday I have forwarded you yesterday or day before yesterday I have forwarded you a PDF notes in the group. I hope you have copied those notes in your notebook. Okay. If still not, then kindly make a note, because in that PDF I have given you all the format how we are going to solve the fund flow how we are going to prepare the fund flow statement. To prepare the fund flow statement, we have to follow 3 steps. Step 1, change in working capital. Step 2, finding the funds from operation. And then step 3, preparing the fund flow statement. Okay, so first copy the steps and rules from that PDF notes and then go for this class. Okay, because in today's class or from today class, okay, I'm going to start problem solutions, okay, of your fund flow statement. So for that you should have the format. So we'll have a problem today, and definitely I'll give the solution also. I'm not going to leave you in between. Okay, and our today's problem is based on only one formula, which is here visible for you. Working capital is equal to current asset minus current liabilities. Okay, so we are going to solve today only the first step, that was your determining the change in working capital. Okay, and for that just keep remember this simple formula, current asset minus current liability. Okay, so let's look into a question. So this is your question where details are given. From the following balance sheet of XYZ Company Limited, prepare a statement of change in working capital. We have a information of 2 year, one is 2005, one is 2006. So we'll just consider it as a 2005 year, older year, fine, and 2006 maybe just passed out year, just for example. And then we have an information about some assets, which is cash in hand, account receivable, stock, land, long-term investments. And then we have a capital and liabilities, where we have equity capital, accounts payable, and general reserve. Now one thing I'll mention here in my question, kindly don't try to find out the proper perfect balance sheet how we used to have in a books or the question, where you used to have the very nice subtitles and all also given, that these are your fixed asset, these are your long-term assets, these are your long-term investments, these are your current assets, those things. So those headings I'm not going to give you, because we need to learn, or we need to get to know in one view which are our current assets, which are our current liabilities. Okay, and we are studying this from first PU only, so we should be knowing. Now here also the same, we have to, or you have to make out of the 5 assets which are your current assets, and out of the 3 things given in capital liabilities which is your current liability, because as per the formula we have to use only current asset and current liability. Okay, so let's move toward the solution. So this is your solution format. Again I am repeating, format of this I have given you in that PDF notes. Kindly copy. That is for you, not for me. I have in my notes. Okay, so just check out here. We have to first give the heading, statement of changes in working capital, and then we'll have the columns particulars, then year 2005 and 2006, previous year and recent year. Just I am taking as an example. Okay, so older year in 2005 and your recent year is 2006. And after that we'll have the column effect on working capital. Okay, under that effect on working capital we'll have a 2 sub column, one will be increase, another will be decrease. Okay, and as I have told you already, or you know also very well, working capital is equal to current asset minus current liability. If somebody is feeling that it is irritating from so many times, from that time so many times she has repeated working capital is equal to current asset minus current liability, so kindly don't make it irritating one. Okay, just keep it in your mind. Now first we have to take all the current assets what we have in this question. Okay, so if one by one we'll go, very first we have a cash in hand. Okay, and I believe cash is your current asset. Okay, so I have taken cash here, and for 2005 the value of cash your 35,000, and for 2006 you have the value 75,000. Okay, so we will go here. Now if I'm not wrong, I hope you know very well, fine, that I have given in that notes some general rules under your step 1. Remember or copied? If not, again I am repeating, copy it first. Okay, copy it first and then only you can go for something else. Getting it? I hope you are getting it. Okay, sorry for the interruption. So cash 2005 we have 35,000 and 2006 we have the 75,000. So I hope you can see very clearly there is an increase compared to the last year. There is an increase of how much? 40,000. And what we have a general rule? We have the general rule, increase in a current asset means increase in working capital. So we'll post that 40,000 in your increase column. Okay, similarly we have the next item, account receivable. Okay, last year 98,000 and this year 90,000. So now we can see that here decrease in amount. Last year 2005 it is 98 and 2006 it is 90. So how much decrease? Decrease of 8,000. And then again under your general rule, decrease in a current asset means decrease in working capital. So we'll post that 8,000 in your decrease column. Okay, now the next we have in the question, stock. So stock, your 2005 stock value is 87,000 and your 2006 the stock value is 1,20,000. So again we can see here very clearly that it is a increase compared to the previous year. How much increase? 33,000 increase. So again we will follow the first rule, increase in a current asset means increase in working capital. So 33,000 will post in a increase column, and after that we are left with the two items in your asset under your assets heading, that is land and long term investment. So I hope you know very well, land is your fixed asset and the another is very clearly given long term investment. Okay, so those two are not a part of your current assets. So only three current assets, which all three we have taken. So once you're all the current asset as per the question over, make the total of your current assets both year column. So 2005 we have a total 2,20,000 and 2006 we have a total 2,85,000. Okay, current asset over here. And for your more clarification, current asset I have taken as a and that's why I have written here also total of A, and current liabilities I am going to take it as a B. And as per the question we have the only one current asset, equity capital, nowhere your current asset, nowhere your current liability, it is a part of capital, and general reserve is also not at all your current liability. Okay, so we have only one current liability here, that is accounts payable. Okay, so working with that only, accounts payable in 2005 value is 70,000 and 2006 value is 1 lakh. Fine. So what we are able to see that in 2006 compared to 2005 we have a increase of 30,000. Okay, and what we have a general rule, increase in a current liability means decrease in working capital. So if you can relate here, okay, I have given you 4 general rules, or not 4, sorry, I have given you 7 general rules. Okay, but out of first 4, okay, which is totally applicable on your working capital. Okay, out of first 4 you can keep remember any one and remaining all will be just opposite. Okay, vice versa. Like if I'm saying increase in a current asset means increase in working capital, then definitely decrease in current asset means decrease in working capital. Okay, and if I have kept remember that increase in current asset means increase in working capital, that means definitely increase in current liability means decrease in working capital. So out of 4 you can keep remember any one. Okay, and then you can keep on replacing. Fine. So here increase in current liability, decrease in working capital. So I have posted 30,000 in your decrease column. And now as we had only one current liability, so total of B is going to be your 2005 70,000, 2006 1 lakh. Okay, and now working capital formula again, current asset minus current liability. Current asset I have taken here as a and current liability I have taken as a B. So here I have written working capital A minus B. So A 2005 A total was 2,20,000. So 2,20,000 minus 70,000, that is total of B. How much we are going to get? We are going to get 1,50,000. Okay. Similarly for 2006, total of A 2,85,000 and total of B 1 lakh. Difference of these two 1,85,000. So in 2005 you have a working capital 1,50,000 and in 2006 you have a working capital 1,85,000. So I hope again here it's very clearly visible that compared to the 2005, in 2006 working capital is increasing. Working capital is increasing. Okay, so if it is an increase, then kindly write under your particulars increase in working capital and how much it is increasing. 1,85,000 minus 1,50,000, that is 35,000 increase is there. Write it in your 2005 column. I hope you remember your accounts pattern and all. We have to make the balance. Okay, we have to make the total equal. Okay, so for that only we are doing. Okay, so 35,000 increase in working capital. Okay, we are going to write in 2005 year column. Okay, and now 2005 total 1,85,000 working capital here, and 2006 also 1,85,000. And similarly we'll work with the effects on working capital columns also, that is increase and decrease. If increase column we will check out, we have 40,000 plus 33,000, that is 73,000. Okay, and if we are going with the decrease column, okay, 8,000 and 30,000, 38,000 we have. So 73,000 minus 38,000, again we'll have the balance as 35,000. So make sure how much increase in working capital you are getting in a year's column, same amount you have to get in the increase and decrease column comparison also. Amount should be the same. As you can see here very nicely, increase in working capital 2005 I have posted 35,000, even in a decrease column I have also posted 35,000. So amount should be the same. It never happened that when you have calculated with the year column and you got increase in working capital 35,000, and when you are going to calculate with the increase and decrease and you are going to get the 5,000. No. Okay, the difference will be same. Okay, so this is your solution, or this is the way how we prepare the statement of changes in working capital. So I hope it is clear. Kindly work with it. Next class I'll come with one more question for your working capital only, and then we will move towards the second step. Okay, so problem solved. So for the day, thank you, take care, enjoy.